On April 8th, 2017, I sat in front of my iPhone 5 in my small Boulder apartment, hit record, and started talking about relationship OCD. I was scared. I was vulnerable. I was feeling frightened. I was probably the only person back then that was really openly talking to people about what relationship OCD was. And I was scared. There were other videos out there that were talking about OCD and anxiety, but not in specific to relationship OCD. But I sat there because I felt called. And I knew that there were other people out there who were yearning to learn about the suffering that they were going through, wanting to put a name onto the pain that they were feeling, wanting to know how to get through what they were experiencing. Over 8 years later, after that YouTube video was published, that channel specifically, the Awaken into Love channel, has had almost over 2 million views. 2 million views from people all around the world, globally, who feel heard, who understand what ROCD is, and who have found healing. So honored that just a simple video, that my fear that has allowed me to be able to work with so many people all around the world, that our team has been able to work with so many people all around the world. What's so cool about this experience is how you can use something so debilitating that can cause so much suffering, that can cause so much emotional pain. I mean, to this day, I feel as though ROCD was the greatest emotional pain I've ever gone through. And I've gone through different experiences, specifically like my dad dying, losing someone I loved so much, something that I still grieve today. And to this day, I can say that relationship OCD emotionally caused me more suffering. But it's incredible. It's so beautiful and empowering that we can use something so debilitating and say, hey, you know what? This has caused me suffering. This has caused me emotional pain internally and even throughout my relationship and the people around me. But I'm not going to let that define my life. And not only that, I'm going to use the suffering, the mud of the suffering, and transform that into something greater. And that's what Awaken into Love has become. Awaken into Love has been able to help people all around the world. We've been able to work with thousands of people all around the world, people I didn't even expect we'd be working with. Why? Because of suffering, because of deep emotional pain. And that doesn't mean that you need to, in some form, use ROCD to create a YouTube channel and work with people all around the world. No, but we as humans get this opportunity to use what we're going through in a way to transform. We get to use our pain in a way to create something that is new. And that's what we have done. I'm sitting today in front of you to talk about the transformation of Awaken into Love. And I promise that this in some way will give you insight to your own life, because I want to talk to you about different type of pillars we use at Awaken into Love that I've noticed helps people in their journey with relationship OCD. Before I started this YouTube video, I actually gathered a bunch of my journals here, and I looked back at my old Facebook albums and pulled up different years and just remembered specific photos from when I was in just debilitated states of ROCD. And you know what? No one knew. No one knew, because how can I at that time talk about something that you can't even really Google? How can I talk about something that people are going to say, oh, maybe you should just leave your partner? So I use my journals. I use writing as a way to be able to at least talk about something that felt so shameful. And something else I want to add within this, as I was looking at these journals and these pictures, was the reason as to why I wanted to look through this was because I wanted to remember. I wanted to take myself back after almost 10 years. I mean, my first bout of ROCD was when I was 18, 17 years ago, almost 17 years ago, when I had my first bout of ROCD. So I wanted to remember. I wanted to remember what it was like to not know what ROCD was. I wanted to remember what it was like to experience ROCD. And there's something that I want you to hone into with what I just said. I said, I wanted to remember. And I say this because I hope that this gives you hope. I wanted to remember what it was like to personally experience ROCD. That doesn't mean I don't understand ROCD. I feel as though I can say that I am an expert in my field that I'm in. But to personally remember ROCD is something that I have to go back and remember what it was like to experience debilitating thoughts, to experience intrusive thoughts about my partner, to constantly check my feelings, to be unaware about love, to be unaware about my own life and where in my perspective God was taking me. And so I looked back at these journal entries and I just smiled, but I also just felt so much empathy and just grief for myself. There's some pages where I literally write down the type of thoughts that I had and write down check marks next to these specific thoughts, mainly to remind myself that these thoughts were compulsive, that these thoughts were repetitive, that these thoughts weren't unique. I had a beliefs inventory where I was writing down all of these beliefs that my marriage would fail. This is even before I got married, you guys. This is even before I was having conversation about marriage, that I need to break up, that I'm going to feel trapped, that I will always be anxious, that I will always have ROCD, and that I will always be debilitated by relationship OCD. What's so fascinating about this as I talk about it is this word always is something that relationship OCD and even OCD brings up to us. You're always going to suffer. You're always going to feel trapped. You're never going to feel good. You're never going to X, Y, and Z. You won't get better anyway. Might as well just break up. You're always going to suffer. And these words, always and never, how profound they are and how wrong they are. Because I'm literally sitting in front of the camera today to tell you that I have to remember ROCD, you guys. And everyone's journey is different. Just because you've maybe been experiencing relationship OCD for many, many years from what you seem, or for a long time from what you seem, doesn't mean that you're failing in any way. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or you're not getting it. I'm going to be transparent and say that in different parts of my life, I absolutely have obsessive compulsive tendencies coming up, because that's just how my brain has been used to wiring. To this day, can't tell you for 100% certainty if it's a genetics thing or if it's just because that's just ingrained in me or I'm just meant to have that in my life. But I absolutely have obsessive compulsive tendencies coming up here and there, attacking different type of values in my life, my baby or my house, or different transitions or different ways that I may feel or not feel. Why? Because there's different things in my life that I value. There's different things in my life that are so purposeful and beautiful and deep to me. And it just shows to me the things that I really, really care about and the things that I really value. And that's an important thing. Doesn't mean if you don't have obsessive compulsive tendencies about something different that you don't value it. But we have to remember that OCD attacks the things that we value and that we care about. And so if you've been experiencing ROCD for a while and you're like, man, Kiyomi, you have to remember ROCD. I still have ROCD to this day, and I've done this course and this program, I've worked with these therapists, and I'm still in it. Does that mean that there's something wrong with my relationship in my life? No, there's not. This is just being human. And that's why we have coaches and different therapists on our team who have literally said to their clients and who have said out loud, hey, I'm a therapist, I'm an expert in my field, but I still have ROCD sometimes. So please don't lose hope. My only intention to bring this specific topic up was just to show you that your life can look so different, that your life can be so different. And I do believe that God, or whatever you call it, uses our experiences as a way to awaken, as a way to deepen, and as a way to come connected more to God. With that being said, there's something that we've seen over and over with Awaken into Love that I really want to share with you today. Something that I feel will be important in your journey. These pillars that we have created and that we've used continuously in our work, that we've noticed help transform people who have ROCD. ROCD doesn't have to be this debilitating sentence in a way where you say, I have ROCD and that's it. It can actually be used in a way that's purposeful, that's deep, that can create more intimacy and connection and deepening within your partnership and yourself, which is what Awaken into Love is about. The first pillar that we have at Awaken into Love that we've seen been transformative for people is the pillar of humanness. The truth that this experience that you are going through is being human. That's why you see so many times us saying stuff like Yana, or this is being human, or here's to being human, because seeped underneath the ROCD and the anxiety is shame and guilt for actually just being human. So a lot of our work is seeped in this humanness, and you'll see that throughout the work that we do. Second pillar that we hone in on is the pillar of love. We help you to understand love on the deepest, most profound level, in an unconditional sense that is empowering, that is enlivening, and that is truthful. We don't hold back. We talk about love in a way that is truthful. We're not going to sugarcoat it, but we're also going to show you how you can use love and your relationship right now to transform on the deepest level possible. The third pillar that we go into is the pillar of empowerment. Most people with relationship OCD and anxiety come into this journey of awakening at Awaken into Love with so much shame about themselves, with just hyper responsibility, with feelings of feeling as though they are a burden. We teach you at Awaken into Love what empowerment means and what it is, and how being empowered and stepping into empowerment changes your relationship with yourself and your partner. The last pillar, which I've talked about in the beginning, is the pillar of awakening. We use our suffering, we use the ROCD at Awaken into Love as a way to awaken, to deepen, to come into greater sense of expansion and aliveness, and to really just understand this human experience. Awakening doesn't mean that you're feeling good all the time. Awakening just means that you're transforming in ways that you never expected. And in turn, that shifts and changes your relationship with yourself and your partner. And so I express these pillars to you because as you go throughout Awaken into Love, or many of you have, you will have most likely experienced these pillars. And these 4 pillars are just a reminder to come back into these states of empowerment and expansion. We can use ROCD as a way to awaken, which is what we have been doing. Throughout the last couple of years, you may have noticed that I have stepped back in some way, not in a way that was unintentional. It was actually intentional, as a way to bring you guys more leaders and experts in a field that can help you deepen into relationship OCD and your partnership. You've probably noticed different faces, different coaches, different leaders who have different expertise, who are excited and who are willing and have done the work of relationship OCD to be able to help you. The truth is I have grown. I have grown so much since I first posted that YouTube video, shaky, clicking record on my iPhone 5, not really sure how the world would take it. How will my friends feel? How will my family feel knowing that I'm posting something on relationship OCD? What will people think of me as I post photos of myself writing the doubts that I'm having next to the photos of me and my partner? If I think about it now, I exposed a lot personally about myself and my relationship. And in the last couple of years, as I've grown, I've kind of pulled back in the public eye, as many of you have probably seen, because the things I posted before just feel so intimate and feel so personal that it doesn't feel comfortable as much to talk about my personal experiences anymore. I will, of course, continue to talk about the things that I've gone through, but I have grown, I have expanded in ways that I feel as though has been represented in Awaken into Love. I say this again because there's just so many beautiful things that have been happening behind the scenes and so many beautiful things that will happen. A person who goes through Awaken into Love is awakening. They embody the Awaken into Love method, which is what we do, which is who we are. Awaken into Love isn't just me. It just isn't me and my life. It's about all the people in the world who experience relationship OCD, who start to embody awakening, who start to embody the Awaken into Love method, which is why there are so many incredible coaches and different leaders in Awaken into Love that you will see, that you have seen, that you will continue to see, because they too have an important voice that they need to express, that they want to express. Why? Because they know that they can help you. There's different type of expertise out there, and they're there to help you and take you along the journey of the 4 pillars that I mentioned. Humanness, this experience of relationship OCD is being human. Love, what love really is and how it can transform you, how relationship OCD, which is love, can transform you. Empowerment, how to take you back into your empowerment and how to feel more empowered in your life and in your partnership. And the last one, awakening, how you, just like I, can use relationship OCD in a way to transform yourself and others around you. Because how cool is that? Before you leave, I do want to mention that we have a really, really exciting new thing. I've poured my heart into creating a 31 Back to Love challenge, and it's free. It's free, you guys. It's free because I felt just called to just be there to share my love and to talk about things that I have a feeling will change how you view yourself in your relationship. So it's a 31-day challenge, and I really invite you to take it. Just come with us. I'll be doing it. My team will be doing it. Other people who have ROCD will be doing it. And there'll be a community of people you can walk alongside to do these practices with that I know will change your heart and shift the way that you see relationship OCD in a way that is empowering, loving, human, and awakening. So as I close this YouTube video, I just want to say thank you. There have been some of you who have been watching our YouTube videos since day one, since April 1st, 2017. You've journeyed with me. You've seen my life. I've shared a lot of different personal things, specifically in the beginning, and you've witnessed change. You've witnessed me grow. I've grown behind the scenes. I've grown in some in front of the scenes recently, but I've been kind of taking a step back and doing things more in the back end to be able to support the team as a whole. And of course, you've seen me at Awaken into Love Home, this transformative community we've created to help people all around the world who have relationship OCD to finally not feel alone, to feel human, to feel that love, and to dive into that awakening. But you've seen me grow. Many of you have, and you've seen me through the beginning. Many of you have. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being patient with me throughout my changes and my growth on how to show up on social media and how to just be there and how to be there even though I wasn't showing myself physically in front of people. But here's the good news. Change is good. Growth is good. And even though our OCD and our obsessive compulsive tendencies don't want change, it wants control, it wants certainty, it wants to know that things will be this way. Things will be this way in a good way to have control. See if you can move into a place of letting go a little bit and welcome change, welcome growth. Because without it, we can't expand, we can't awaken, we can't dive deeper into love. And so, again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the people who have been there, who I've coached, who I've been with years ago. I miss you. I hope you guys are doing well. And if you're seeing this and you were coached by me, we talked many years ago, please email us at support@awakenintolove.com. I would love to hear from you and say hi. In the meantime, exciting things are coming as I believe that growth is inevitable. I didn't believe that when I had ROCD. I didn't believe that when I used to sit in my room alone, feeling as though no one else really understood relationship OCD or relationship anxiety, feeling as though I would never be able to get to where I was today, which is crazy. I've been married to my husband for the past couple of years. We've been together for 17 years of our life. And our relationship is better than ever. Ever. It's the best it's ever been. And who would have known? We have a son together. He's 2 years old now. I've transformed in ways that are beyond my imagination. And I had to take these journals and read them again to remind myself what I went through, to humble myself of what I went through. Don't lose hope, you guys. You're on the right path. Trust your path. Even though this may seem cliche, you're where you're meant to be. It's awakening you into your humanness, to love, into empowerment, and into awakening. And it's the greatest journey I have ever taken. Don't forget to join that free 31-day Back to Love challenge. I'm going to be walking it with you, and I would love to hear how it transforms your life. Here's to being human. Bye-bye.